Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at supermicrocomputer. It is time for another update, and today I actually want to do a more deep dive into the larger time frame as well as the shorter time frame. So yeah, this may be one of the videos that is longer, but it should provide a lot of context and information on all the scenarios that we are tracking and everything that is really happening, and I hope that will be useful to you. But on this chart we have been tracking this as a wave 1 up, wave 2 down, and another 1 2 setup. Now this is one way to interpret this, but realistically I could say that this entire thing is a wave 1 in a diagonal. This could be a wave 2. This entire movement could be a third wave up, and then we could be looking for the fourth wave already. And you know, in the case that this movement is the third wave up, the support zone could head much lower, down to $5.60 level, and in that case I would have to say that, yeah, I want to mention and make it clear that if we are looking at this as a wave 1, this is an ABC pattern, so we would be overall tracking a leading diagonal pattern, and then we would have a wave 1 in ABC, and in this third wave to the upside we have an ABC, again an ABC pattern in the third wave as well, and the support zone could head much lower, and then we would be looking in the fifth wave to the upside to find an ABC pattern as well. And yeah, to be honest, it could be that we are already developing it. I just want to make also a small correction, because we have been tracking this yellow support zone to be able to head down to the 61.8% retracement level, and that's a bit of a semantic error. We do have support zones that do land all the way there, but it wouldn't be the yellow one. If we actually form a new low here, and actually even if we break below the 50% retracement level, I would most likely discard the yellow scenario, and it is, to be honest, not looking good for it. We would need to form a new all-time high directly from what we have already, and the structure is not a great one. It is technically possible, but as you may know, we have been tracking this, and it is a pretty difficult chart. We have been tracking this for quite a while. And yeah, one other thing I want to mention, the structure has to be very fluid in the way that we look at it on this chart, because of how complex it really is. Because now I really could be tracking here a 5-wave move to the upside in the white scenario, where the support zone ends at the $8.37 level. But then that would either have to be another wave 1 in a leading diagonal, or it would have to be a wave C in an ending diagonal in that case, because I cannot count this third wave to the upside as an impulse. So it cannot be a third wave, and so this movement, this 5-wave move, cannot be a third wave if we top it with the next fifth wave to the upside, and I would have to either, as I said, make it a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, so we would have a triple 1-2 setup, and in these proportions, to be honest, it would look quite unrealistic. Or we would have a large ABC, and then we have possibly what could be a wave 1 in a leading diagonal, but to be honest, it could also be something much more bearish. Now, with that said, we are still tracking that possibility, and we have the white support zone for that. Just keep in mind, we could, if we actually fail to hold this support zone, we do have a backup that lets us to go much lower to $5.60, as I said. So yeah, for now, here in the mid time frame, or short to mid, we have been tracking this as a wave A down. It could really be considered as an ABC, or it could really be an 1 2 3 4 5. That wouldn't matter too much. Overall, the wave B so far got past the 61.8% retracement level, so we could very easily be looking at a zigzag correction here in an A, B, C to the downside. And we do also have the green scenario in which we are looking for direct upside. And I'm trying to keep an open mind in this area. I will remove this resistance level for now. I will add it back later, but I want this chart to be very easy to see. And yeah, in this green scenario, I want to keep an open mind because realistically, yes, this does look very much like a WX movement. I'm talking especially about this movement because the B wave and the X wave are pretty much indistinguishable. But I have to say that, yeah, it could be that we are looking at something more different in this area where we are forming maybe a wave 1 up, maybe a wave 2 down, and then an A, B, C in something larger, or this could overall be a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, and then we could be in a third wave in this area, or we could somehow, it is possible to count this A wave in here as a 5-wave move, although I prefer not to pay too much attention to the microstructure here. And regardless, we are tracking the support zone in green here between 45 and 80 cents, $45.8 down to around $32.9 level. And I hope and I see quite a decent possibility that we push higher from somewhere in this support zone, and we did already reach it. So far we have in this area three waves down, and I would say that this third wave is actually complete, and I would be looking to either confirm that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by having another 4-5 pattern, and for that I would be looking to hold for the resistance between $47.4 up to around $51.2 to hold and create another movement to the downside in 5 waves. And then we could track a larger ABC pattern, but we also need to be very careful of the orange interpretation in which we are looking for a third wave to the downside. But we have to keep in mind that this is a very complex chart, and if we really want a position in this area, we may need to start accumulating at higher levels, even if it is in the white support zone. It would be a pretty high level considering how much lower it could go still within these scenarios. So for now, I am actually looking to see how this structure plays out. I will keep a very close eye on it. I checked for targets that I would have liked to be reached within this third wave to the downside for the 5th wave within them. So as I said in the previous video, I provided a resistance zone in this area for this micro 1, 2, 3, and the 4th. We did reach it, but we made quite a weak impression to the downside, and then we traced back higher for this 1, 2 in a wave 4 here, but then another pretty weak movement to the downside. We didn't even reach our target, so I could see a much bigger correction to the upside unfold. Well, to be honest, at this point it could be a correction, it could be that we completed this wave B, so I am open to the idea that we push directly higher from here, and my scroll wheel is not working, but finally I can provide a target considering that this B wave is complete for this wave C in green, and it would be around $100. But remember, we need to be very careful on this chart because this could easily be just a reset of the B wave top, and if we look, as I said, I was adding this resistance zone back to the chart. It goes up to around $80.6. The C wave certainly doesn't need to get to the 100% extension. It could easily stop within this resistance level, resistance zone in orange, and head then directly to the downside in the C wave in orange. So I want you to keep in mind all these aspects, and I hope that it was useful to you to look at all these different possibilities in this chart, and let me know if you like this type of analysis where I present multiple or more of the possibilities that we could be watching for. But realistically, on the large time frame, I am still tracking for now only the two that we have been tracking all along, the white scenario and the yellow scenario. The yellow scenario, as long as we hold above the 50% retracement level here, or at least above the previous low at around $17 and something, what was it? And then I would have to fall back only to the white interpretation. But yeah, in the white scenario, I would start considering more of the different options that would be, I don't necessarily like that idea too much that we are having here either. I really don't like the idea that we have here a wave one to the upside in white and another one. And yeah, not because of the proportions of the levels of how big the previous 1-2 setups would have been. But for now, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.